I trained like a samurai, the f you did. I don't have a strong opinion about Seiki Sensei. Asayama Shidenryu is, you know, it's a valid school. They have confirmed lineage. I question why they choose to participate in Shindenryu as their primary Iaido style, but other than that, I don't really have bad things to say about them. But I think Seiki Sensei is getting pulled into the media cycle. So he was here with doing a seminar for their Miami branch, and Miami branch is a generous way to call it. It's a bunch of people who are loosely organized to do Asayama Ichidenryu in Miami. They don't really even have a stable training spot. Why do people think samurai is a school? Because they conceptualize everything in cognitive heuristics. People are cognitive misers. They think that once something, they want to put everything into sort of similarly shaped boxes because it's easier to structure the world around you that way. All right, now let's laugh at the Californian middle-class woman.
This video is sponsored by Native.
I don't want to do anything dangerous.
Right.
But everything we're doing is dangerous, you know?
Yeah, I sense that.
There is
Why is there a Scottish accent explaining horseback archery?
serious risk to life. People can lose their life. People have lost their life.
Performing arts.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I mean, if they fall off a horse, sure, but that's like the same risk level as... That's an Aussie, excuse me. Silence Timu Markiplier. Well, that's just the normal level of hazard of any equestrian pursuit. Like, I assume that the injury and death rate of Yabusame is probably less of that than horseback polo or horse racing.
Have we gone too far?
Across feudal Japan, there were schools tasked by the shogun to teach the samurai class everything, from swordsmanship to archery to etiquette. And recently, I heard that one of these schools still exists.
One of these schools still exists.
This week, I will be traveling to the mountains of Japan to train with legendary masters to learn the way of the katana.
I'm about to spar Seiki Sensei with 0.0% experience.
And Yabusame, the ancient art of horseback archery.
You probably picked one of the toughest things to learn how to do so quick. It's not just pick up a bow, ride a horse, and shoot. They have etiquette for every single thing that they do.
Oh, so like everything in Japan. Okay. Bumper payday for YouTube tourists.
What did it really take to become one of the most disciplined and feared warriors in human history?
The odds of dying in the horse racing industry increase steadily the closer you get to Stay Gold's lineage. Dream Journey is basically maximum risk. I have no place of reference for that. Like, the closest I've ever come to dealing with horses is carrying a Glock.
Challenge accepted.
What is the challenge, though?
We are currently headed to Nikko, Japan, which is a small mountain town a few hours outside of Tokyo. For the next week, I'm going to be attending a school that has been around for...
Look at this bitch taking a taxi to a town outside of Tokyo. She's not even taking the damn train.
over 800 years. Ogasawara Ryu is one of Japan's oldest schools of etiquette, archery,
Also inferior to Issei Ryu, but that's just me.
and mounted archery. The Ogasawara family served as instructors to generations of shoguns to teach the samurai class of Japan how
All of her luggage, Lamau, yeah.
to walk, bow, and shoot with grace. And now their current headmaster, Ogasawara Sensei, is about to become my teacher.
From what I have seen and read, the samurai approach to perfection is one of peace.
Wait a minute.
What? No, it's not.
Just decided that based on watching this.
No,
So you're citing
Her fucking cameraman is calling her out.
the
No,
Last Samurai?
can you not do this to me? Hey Yasu, how accurate is the Tom Cruise movie The Last Samurai?
First of all, the whole story is completely fictional. Yeah.
So what you're saying is, like usual, Americans have inserted themselves into the story.
Pretty much.
We've also inserted ourselves into your Tokyo Bay. Ayo!
Guys, when we meet Ogasawara-sensei, make sure that you bow as deeply as you can, I guess.
You may want to instruct the Californian woman on that beforehand. Preferably make her do it multiple times just to make sure she understands where she is.
Usually around like 30 degrees, so it'll be okay. To show respect. You nervous?
Yeah, of course I'm nervous. We're about to meet a living samurai.
Come on, she thinks Ronin is a type of food. Fair. This mythologized samurai is the product of not just a sign of poor education, but a lack of interest in actually learning more than surface level knowledge. Again, she is a Californian middle class woman. What did you expect? And a YouTuber at that.
He's a very revered man. I'm so excited to learn from him this week.
They couldn't even teach her. They couldn't trust her tying the hakama correctly. Something that you learn like day one during doing Yaido.
Everybody here is like, I can't believe that you got Ogasawara-sensei to agree to do this.
I assume you paid him a shit ton of money.
Sorry.
She put the hakama on backwards. That's why she can't be trusted to put it on herself. Never mind. You're not supposed to round your fucking back when bowing. Stay cool. We're not gonna drop any big words just yet.
Michelle, this is Ogasawara
Don't keep your hands behind your back, you.
sensei. Ogasawara Kiyomoto sensei.
小笠原です。よろしくお願いします。で、最終的にはこういう風な姿を目指しましょうというのをここで見ていただきますので、ぜひ一緒に見ましょう。
Soypog! He did the thing that he trains to do. It's also considered extremely rude to have visible expressions of emotion.
What we just witnessed is a ritual known as Yabusame, a performance of mounted archery dating back to the 13th century, involving a rider galloping down a straight track, shooting arrows at wooden targets. Its purpose was not only as a Shinto ritual to honor gods and spirits of Japan, but also as a way to train and test the samurai class. And for my final challenge,
No, it wasn't.
I will be attempting a full Yabusame run that will be graded by Ogasawara Sensei himself.
How many foreigners have tried Yabusame at Ogasawara Ryu?
A lot.
20人弱だと思います。
So less than 20 people have tried. Well, I'm going to do it at the end of this week.
そうです。
Yes, that is correct.
Outside of the immediate option, would she get slapped for being this uncouth in front of someone with actual authority in not today times? I don't think she would have been ever given the opportunity for that. Like, realistically, maybe feudal class separations had a point.
So we're changing him from a Western saddle to a Japanese?
Australian saddle.
Australian?
To a Japanese, yep.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Australian?
Australian.
Oh, look at that. They have a house gaijin.
My name's Michael No, and I've been a member of Ogasawara Ryu for 12 years now. Oh. Good boy. Yabusame and horses is an aspect of martial arts that I have chosen. Up. There you go. Apart from it providing for me for my aspects of danger and other things that attract me, it also has helped me a lot in my life to become a more well-balanced person, a more considerate person, and I really do believe a better person. Absolutely. Okay. Good boy. Come on. When I heard about Michelle coming and wanting to learn Yabusame in less than a week, most people couldn't achieve that. But when I saw Michelle's channel, it gave me...
Based on the things that I've seen her do so far, she is offensively mediocre. Like, nothing about her is special or outstanding, outside of the fact that she can throw a ridiculous amount of money at a gimmick and then pretend to achieve some degree of success.
more confidence.
I'm so excited to learn from you. This weather is crazy. You train in rain, shine, snow.
Yeah, rain and that, it's just a sort of discomfort, so yeah, we put up with it. Since you've done some riding, it's probably good to just see a little bit how you ride first.
Okay.
You'll find that the techniques that we use, the riding position, etc., is completely different.
When I heard Michelle was coming, you wanted to hide the entire time out of shame. When she finally showed up, I thought maybe she let... Okay, I'm not going to read that out. I don't know. I'm not going to cast aspersions on the nice Aussie man.
Different to what you've learned.
So before I came here, I actually got 4 weeks of horseback training back in America.
But it is funny that an Australian man had to escape Australia to, at the very least, have access to a bow.
Kick, you're pulling back.
I'm bouncing all over the place.
Yeah.
How do I not? Wait, can we slow down?
That bounciness, that's the trot. So there's 4 different gaits. Walk, trot, canter, and gallop.
Oh my God. Whew. Okay.
That's 1 lap.
If I get to Japan and I am not good enough at riding, they will not let me attempt Yabusame, which makes a ton of sense because this is dangerous.
Okay, so she's not learning Yabusame in a week. She's actually doing some kind of prep work.
You're thinking that the reins are keeping you on the horse, right? And they're not. Keep both of your hands by your stomach and just drop the reins. Good. Good. Atta girl. Well done.
And that training was absolutely crucial. But at the same time, I've only been doing this for about a month.
You probably picked one of the toughest things.
An entire month, given that you don't really have a real job and you can dedicate all of your time to master what is realistically a fairly basic skill. Yeah, that's actually a lot of bandwidth, and it's reasonable to expect a normal human being with a fully functioning brain to be able to do that, yeah.
Things to try to learn how to do so quick. It's not just pick up a bow, ride a horse, and shoot. They have etiquette for every single thing that they do.
First, before we get on, we're going to actually bow to the horse. Yeah, very good. And then you can walk.
Don't round your fucking back. God, can someone please explain to her that you're not supposed to do that?
Walking left, right, left. Okay, now take your reins. And then you're going to slip out of your sandals.
We're out here in the traditional garb and socks. No shoes, socks. Because
Tabi, not socks.
that is what samurai did. Okay, good.
Can you...
It's not what samurai did, it's what you do in any formal situation. I go do tea ceremony, and I have to wear a clean pair of tabi.
Get your foot in there? No? Lift your own foot up in, tuck it in. People shorter than you get on horses taller than this. Okay, there you go, you did it. You can do it, see?
He's poking fun of her, I like that.
At home, I was training in boots.
Yep.
I feel so different just wearing socks.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And what's his name?
Cody.
Cody.
I'll stand in the middle over here.
Right out the gate, even things as simple as getting this horse to walk is so much more difficult because it's a different animal.
So even now his head's going one way, but his shoulder's going another way.
In addition to that, using the stirrups is totally different.
So this is a standard English style stirrup that you would see. And then we come to a Japanese stirrup, which there's like it in any other culture. But they have to be quite good riders because their foot can slide out of the side of the stirrup because they have nothing stopping it here.
When you look at these stirrups, they look like a little sled. So I assumed your foot goes perfectly straight in the sled. It's a foot sled, right? That's apparently not how they work. And to think at the end of this week, I need to ride the horse, drop the reins, pick up a bow and arrow, shoot the bow and arrow, hit a target without falling off. There are no seatbelts on this thing.
I really hope she falls off.
None.
And one of the most essential elements of a good Yabusame performance is the ability to keep your head perfectly flat while galloping on the horse. They say the archer is supposed to look like they're gliding on a flying carpet, but it's also one of the hardest skills to master. And the best way to learn it is to practice what is known as reiho.
でそのままずっと下がっていき
Lower your body with your knees
前に倒れない前に
without leaning forward.
空間
Not sitting down. Just keeping that.
I'm here?
Yeah, here.
In the air?
Yeah, and then make sure your body is straight. Do you find some
Oh no. Basic posture.
part is hard?
All of it, yeah. This is a very
Remember how women used to be taught that just as part of normal schooling?
It looks so simple, but in reality, I'm using every muscle in my body to try and perfectly stand up, sit down, or even just take one step.
That's because you're profoundly unathletic and don't really have good body awareness.
Reiho is the traditional Japanese system of etiquette, which encompasses everything from walking, sitting.
No, it's not a traditional Japanese system. Reiho is a generic term for all etiquette systems that apply to any activity.
Greetings, gift giving, and more. And the Ogasawara family is credited with developing this form of etiquette and teaching it to the samurai class.
No, the Ogasawara clan specifically developed the Ogasawara Reiho, as opposed to the Iseryu Reiho that I was taught.
Centuries ago.
昔はこういう兜をかぶって戦っていたので、こういう風に揺れてしまうと、やっぱり負担が大きいですね。
Oh, it is so heavy. Oh my goodness, it's very heavy.
200年前ぐらい。
It's about 200 years old, this one.
This is 200 years old?
取りますか?
はい、取ります。
Oh my gosh.
武士の動きがシンプルなのは、やっぱりこういうものをつけて戦っていたので、無駄のない動きをしないと、それは疲れちゃうし、負けてしまいますね。
The helmet is also, under normal conditions, strapped down to your face and to the Menpo mask, and is also affixed to the neck brace, which sits on your armor, and the armor itself sits on your hips. The samurai plate is actually very comfortable to move around in and doesn't require contrived training to use.
要は日常生活がイコール戦いのための体を作るっていうことになっていくんですね。
So it's a practical application because the more movement you have, the more energy you're expelling when you're carrying that much weight.
はい、派手派手しくする動きとして派手派手しくするようなものが結構映画とかは多いと思うんですけどそんなことをやったら戦いで負けてしまうので
So The Last Samurai starring Tom Cruise is one of my all-time favorite movies.
I can tell.
This is one of the stunt saddles from the movie The Last Samurai. Yeah. So.
With my boy Tom?
Yeah.
My boy Tom! This was within Tom's vicinity, and I'm gonna ride it! And as you might already know, this year my goal is to recreate some of Tom Cruise's craziest stunts. We've already done a few homages, but I am most excited to attempt Tom's stunt.
This is the most painfully white woman thing ever. I'm sorry, Oni Dojo. I have cancer now, and all of you do too.
From Mission Impossible 5, where he's hanging off the side of a plane as it's taking off. So please subscribe so you don't miss it when it comes out.
Absolutely
now, it
not.
wouldn't be a true samurai school without learning how to use the most iconic weapon in Japanese history, the katana. And so I'm traveling to the 400-year-old Asayama Ichirin Ryu to study under legendary swordsman Seiki Sensei. And one of his students,
This man absolutely made the bag from this.
Shogo.
Konnichiwa.
Oh no, not fucking Shogo. Why can't I escape you?
こんにちは。
はい、関と申します。よろしくお願いします。
Today's the Seki Sensei, the 22nd headmaster of Asami Shinryu. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I am so privileged to get to train with you, Seiki Sensei and Shogo. This is such a huge honor to be here today.
Yeah, do you have any experience with katana stuff?
So I've never wielded a katana. However, I did fencing in middle school and
Ruining your Yorkshire tea. I'm sorry, Rag. Your tea was ruined at the time it was blended into Yorkshire tea. Where is his chin? He has none.
high school. Really? It's been a really long time since I've picked up a
Oh, no, Terry, you were not here for my anti-Shogo fatwa, weren't you? That's old Kurumaru lore. But basically, back in the day, I called Shogo out because he brands himself as a katana trainee, quote unquote, while being a... Oh Christ! What is? There's a word I'm looking for. An extremely unimpressive amateur at best. Like, I would not have even graded him at Shodan. Not even a first degree black belt at Iaido.
sword-based weapon though. So, and I know this will be totally different.
Then to start your training, I actually have an idea for you. Yes.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be fun if you could start the training with some sparring with Seki Sensei?
What?
Yeah, you can start from that.
I'm going to spar Seiki Sensei?
Yes, no,
Living
he's only
legend?
been training Budo since he was 3 years old for about 50 years now.
I'm convinced he's immortal and has been around for thousands of years. What? I'm about to spar Seiki Sensei with 0.0% experience.
Seki Sensei is a living legend. He has dedicated his whole life to training martial arts, and he loves it.
And we're not aiming for the head.
Again, not to disparage the man, but there's like 300 people like that in Japan, if not a full 1,000. Like, I've personally shaken hands and received odd party gifts from 5 people with biographies like that.
顔狙わない方がいいですか？
どうぞ。
どうぞ means go ahead.
Oh
if you want to. Yeah, if you're brave enough.
Oh my, I'm shaking right now.
All right.
はい。
Facing Sensei is really like fighting a giant. He is a wall.
はい。
Notice how this bitch peppers in ads throughout her video. She can manage that because she's a monetized partner.
はい、どうぞ。
Very basic Seigan.
Okay.
The moment you face him, you feel those decades of training, and you feel like a tiny ant trying to find an elephant or something, you know?
That's only if you're very poorly trained, which she obviously is, and so is Shogo.
Oh my God. He's just walking at me.
So, Seiki Sensei is currently demonstrating a very basic concept of fencing. He is maintaining what is referred to as Seigan no Kamae, or sometimes it's specified as Chu Seidan no Kamae, Seigan no Kamae, where you occupy the center line and then you basically impose your range on your opponent, and then it becomes a competition of basically how each one of you controls the neutral better without giving up what's referred to Suki, one of the openings that you may produce. And generally there are 3 categories of Suki: Gi no Suki, breaches in technique, weaknesses in technique; Shin no Suki, weaknesses of the mind; and Dai no Suki, which is just basically physical weaknesses, which is a deficit in conditioning.
ミシェルには浅山一伝流の抜刀の基本、それと剣術の基本と型ということですね。
To me, this is one of the pinnacle skills.
Again, it's considered extremely rude to visibly soipog as you're being demonstrated technique.
That a samurai must know.
If you watch like movies and stuff, your image of the katana might be just swinging it, but when you actually get into it, there's so many precise techniques.
いいよ。
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay.
大丈夫？
Are you okay?
No.
で最後意を決して出したものがちょっとここに当たったのでね。
But you were going super easy on me.
まあそれは
So for everybody wondering, I did finally earn my black belt in Taekwondo, which I'm super excited about.
Based on the exam that I saw, you still haven't earned it.
After I failed my black belt test in that episode, I spent 6 months just training for the brick break, and finally the week before Christmas, I did it.
Okay, but did you do the rest of the exam? Because the way you did the exam in that video was not a passing grade for a black belt, I'm sorry to tell you. Was she a real black belt in Taekwondo? No, she's not. Like, based on the grading exam that I've seen, no the fuck she's not. She has not... Again, Taekwondo is a very low bar for as far as combatives go, but I did not see any competent training being done by her. Outslayer is a banger brand of boxing bag, though. Oh my god, such a big emotional nothing burger. Still not a real black belt. Wait, hold the fuck up. Did you do that in a glove that's also... Wait.
Christmas.
She did that in a glove that's covered in electrical tape. Fake and gay. Boo.
I did it.
What the actual f***? Taekwondo bros are never beating the allegations.
But today, back to ground zero, white belt in Kinjutsu.
初めてだと思いますけど、
Then
これを
this
使っ
is
て
going
く
to
だ
be
さ
your
い。
katana you'll be using.
はい。
Where does it go? I used it.
どうしたんですかこれ。
こういう風にね。ああ、ここもだな。
Japanese sure do know how to cater to YouTubers and get the bag. It's good for them.
Oh, because I'll pull it out. Okay.
Yes,
Just a
you'll
second.
come.
Ah, okay.
Yes, there we go.
Are these sharp katanas?
No.
Okay. Okay.
一回の撮影で終わりです。
Oh my gosh.
There is something we Americans will rarely comprehend. A sort of swordsmanship called iaido. Its purpose is to decapitate, disembowel, kill the opponent with a single blow.
I have literally been here for hours just learning how to draw and sheath the katana. There really is beauty and art in even just putting the sword away.
Woman, you don't understand a single thing you're being taught. Oh god, looking at this pains me. Why are they using B-reel from the 50s and 60s? I don't know. It's better B-reel than looking at her. Like, for everyone's context, I am a 4th degree black belt. Well, excuse me, not 4th. I am a 3rd degree black belt in Musoji Kiden Shinryu. I misspoke about 4th because I've met the formal requirements for my 4th degree black belt because I've trained 2 Yudansha that have successfully graded as black belts. So, I am the subject matter expert, and I can throw shit at the wall all day here.
But also, that beauty has
I appreciate that they're letting her embarrass herself by, like, not correcting the that she does.
purpose to it, to help protect yourself.
私のここを止めてみてください。
Stop him when he tries to draw.
できるでしょ？
You can stop him, right? Grip firmly.
こういうことですか？
See?
Yes, he's currently explaining Saebiki, which is, yes, it's a valid component of that. It's a very important technical component. Firmly grasp it. No, it's not the point of the exercise here. Saebiki is the inverse movement. So the natural reaction of anyone taking a sword, when you're being told to draw a sword, you're going to pull the sword out of the scabbard. The way EI does it, for the purposes of movement economy, is that they retract the scabbard off of the sword while adding hip rotation and extending your lead arm. That way you still have enough spring in your cutting arm while more efficiently and more quickly removing the sword from the scabbard.
Ow!
ね、左で抜いてるってそういうことなの。つまり右手で前に引き出さなくても鞘を引いて腰を開けば ここで刀抜けちゃう。
Okay, and ultimately, everything needs to be in one motion.
I would even say that this sword is a little bit short for Saiki Sensei's capability for Koshin no Mawari. He can obviously effectively draw a significantly larger blade.
Oh, this is one motion. There's no pauses or stops in between.
これで抜いてる。
She's pulling with her right hand because she did not pay attention to what was explained.
ちょっと極端だけどできてますね。
Too dramatic.
You're right, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Mokuba is one of the foundations of Ogasawara-do. Even though we ride horses and you see us, galloping, I would say like 80% of our training is done on the Mokuba, the wooden
Yeah, it's basically dry fire.
horse.
So this is a way to safely check posture and practice archery.
Yeah, absolutely, and to just build that form. So you're sitting now in a real Edo period saddle. This is a real wooden antique saddle, so this would be at least 300, possibly 400 years old.
That's amazing. Watching Michael really illuminated to me. I've really got to fix my form when
Why are you letting her touch that without gloves?
I'm standing in the stirrups, and that's everything. It's just so much muscle engagement.
She's not even taking her ring off. It's a big pet peeve of mine because I've actually trained real martial arts and I've trained people in real martial arts. And whenever I see people retaining jewelry during martial practice, it irks me to no f***ing end. Like, the first thing I want to do is break their f***ing wrist. So annoyed that her instructor in Japan is an Aussie. No, I'm actually okay with that.
Open your knees more.
Maybe we'll get lucky and she'll still suffer a degloving incident. No, we will not, because otherwise she wouldn't have made the video.
And yep, it's really hard.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
It's literally like holding a horse stand squat with a cast.
It's not. A horse stance squat is 90 degrees at the knee. You have never done a horse stance squat in your entire life. Please shut the fuck up and never leave the kitchen.
Very rod in the middle of your foot.
So you'll find it uncomfortable. A lot of things are very uncomfortable about this, but you have to learn.
Life is hard. Get used to it.
And that uncomfortable is the way.
Is the way.
Okay. And literally, when you get that stability, you will feel this really, I don't want to say magical, but a very good feeling, a very stable feeling of the horse just floating under you.
Sure she has. She specialized in horse stance squatting upon this dick. Nah, she doesn't strike me as the type to be proactive. She has starfish energy. Just look at the way she bows. There's no way she's hitting that good arched back during doggy style.
The form is very, very important because it's not a sport, it is a ritual.
God, she really fucking brings the bile out in me.
It is a tradition. Maintaining a standard is essential to maintaining the tradition of Ogasawara-do.
There is something really special about the flow when you finally get in this crazy freaking position and hold your body the right way. It feels like you're floating.
This woman voted for Gavin Newsom. I can very easily believe that. I would have known that without you telling me.
I've not experienced that feeling before. So it's really, really exciting to experience for like half a millisecond when I get it correct.
This guy, sorry, open a dojo in Sydney or Auckland. No, listen, that's okay. People are allowed to like things. See, Rag, you're currently throwing shade at me directly. Because I went to Japan to learn the things that I want to know. He's learning a craft that he likes to the extent that he's allowed to be a public-facing representative.
When you get into the right position, it feels so cool.
He's also not instructing any of the local population realistically. Well, who is he teaching, Rag? He is teaching a YouTuber, a foreign YouTuber.
Cool.
Yeah.
It really.
Oh no, I would teach a foreign YouTuber. I would make fun of her the entire way.
It does feel like you're floating. Why does it matter to you to keep this tradition alive?
As long as there's students, it will always survive, right? So many traditions all around the world disappear over time, and it's pretty amazing that this one has remained.
See, I think that's a bit of that's misplaced hubris, because Brother, you learning it does nothing for the preservation of the art. That's the thing. You're not part of this tradition. I'm sorry. Midas Dane would have had a higher chance of making her want to stay and lasso. Wait, what? No. Please don't lasso me by the balls. That's not what the balls are for. Now that you think of it, the Japanese don't want him to teach them either. Well, he's not there in a teaching capacity. He's there to learn. Let the man learn. Leave him the fuck alone. If they're using him as the Tard Wrangler, all the better.
All right, let's get out onto the...
Okay, we're going to the track?
Yeah.
All right. Michael says, okay, let's go to the track. I'm like, okay, sure. I'm honestly getting a little bit anxious because looking down this is crazy.
We're not galloping today or anything.
I know, but seeing how fast you go, and I saw the horses get very excited.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Now, honestly, I don't...
Her entire body language is so violently off-putting.
I don't want to do anything dangerous.
Right.
But everything we're doing is dangerous. You know?
Stop rounding your f***ing back. Taking the piss out of an Aussie is second nature. Listen, you Commonwealthers do your thing.
Yeah, I sense that.
I'm not going to push you into danger, but I also don't want to hold you back. So if you feel like, no, it's not comfortable, it's too much, don't do it or just ask me, okay? There is serious risk to life. People can lose their life. People have lost their life. Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, from any engagement with horses. I almost fell off a horse and died.
I've seen lots of accidents. Like, it happens. Things happen. Okay, good. If you feel like you can canter a little, canter a little. If it's too fast, pull him up. Lower your reins. Hold both reins in your right hand. Slow. Yeah, slow. Pull him up, pull him up.
She doesn't have the leg strength to maintain a proper standing position.
Up. There you go. Easy.
So basically, you're supposed to use your legs as a tension spring. That way, you don't wobble, and you also don't accidentally tell the horse to speed up by hitting her with the reins. Not the reins, with the leg rests. That guy must have seen some traumatic horse falls, like anyone who's worked with horses. Do you look emotionally into the camera and then to the side as if it looked like you might cry?
Walk back, come back here. You did good.
They need to build up whatever she's going to achieve, because she's not going to achieve like the proper thing that she's actually set out to do. But they need to build it up to be more impressive than it actually is.
That was pretty scary.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah, I felt good until that happened.
Yeah,
I was excited.
Okay.
Have we gone too far? Is a question I ask myself anytime I'm on that horse.
Because you just got a bit of a spook there with the canter, I feel personally the best thing to do is to just...
She was training on a Western saddle with a very different... So she knows the basics of horse riding. Given that she's a wealthy Californian woman, I think that even that was not her first time learning to horse ride. She is using antiquated equipment because the saddle is admittably old. Like, it is an old-style traditional Japanese saddle. Just taking the piss, that was pretty scary. Because all of the shit I said beforehand, yeah.
Do that again.
Do it again.
Oh yeah, and just go past, get over that spook thing so that you don't have that like complex in your head. Best thing to do when you
rings. She still has jewelry on her hands.
Fall off, get straight back on.
All right, let's do it.
All right, canter. Good. Easy, easy. Good. Okay.
Whoa.
Good. Feel better?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you for encouraging me to do that.
No.
As the week continues and the training gets more intense, the weather is proving to be wild and unpredictable.
It is freezing cold in the mountains. This.
Just a second. Let's roll this one back, and I can catch up with chat. You're going to go hard and say it's a poor craftsman that blames his tools? It's not that the tools are to blame. I would say that different tools require a lot of sports specificity. So it is very different from what she did, but there is some shared surface area. He built it up for her, or it's all just bad WWE and they know their lines? Of course they know their lines. This is prescriptive as fuck. Basically, fuck her. Yeah, I agree with that.
And unpredictable.
It is freezing cold in the mountains. This floor is ice cold. I can't feel my feet right now.
I travel hours through the mountains between each school, carrying lessons from the last into the challenges of the next.
剣術の細かい技術っていうのは、腕の力が
If I was given a week to train Yabusame and Asayama Ichidenryu interchangeably every day, holy fuck, I would murder to be able to do that instead of complaining.
ギュッとなってると絶対できないんです。
It's all about not getting in the way of your katana.
I would also do significantly better, at the very least at the swordsmanship part.
You gotta be able to feel what the katana wants to do, and to do that, you have to be really relaxed.
I traveled to the mountains in a luxury Mercedes van.
That was good, very good. Actually, the release was really good, better than I expected.
Honestly curious, was I aware of the dude training her before this video? Not the Yasi, and not King Shogo? Seiki Sensei? Yes, I am aware of Seiki Sensei and his school. I was aware of Asayama Ichidenryu way before I knew Seiki Sensei as a personality.
And the closer I get to my final challenge, the training becomes more demanding, with every loading of the arrow, draw of the bow, and strike of the blade.
They've added those sound effects. The blade doesn't make that metallic sound when it's impacting straw mats. It's considered rude to soipog or otherwise be outwardly emotive during traditional Japanese demonstrations. Do better.
Hey, arigatou gozaimasu.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool!
Yeah, she is doing the default YouTube face. She's actively farming for thumbnails.
That was very, very cool. You're gonna be doing this now.
That's actually a very basic Tameshigiri. Cutting straw mats with two hands is the easiest thing ever. If you fumble that, you are unfit for life.
With the real katana.
That. Yes, that's
oh
right.
my gosh!
Challenge,
Okay,
challenge.
cool.
Okay.
Challenge.
Also, I will point something out. My brother in Christ, could you have at the very least removed the Mizuho tag off of your white belt and gotten a style-appropriate embroidery? Shogo, by the way, has allegedly trained in Asayama Ichidenryu for several years now.
Yes, that's
oh
right.
my gosh!
Challenge,
Okay,
challenge.
cool.
Okay.
Challenge.
Challenge.
Today is the day I'm going to cut a tatami mat with a real katana.
Here we go. It's very wide to hold it.
This is a.
離すよ。
He's gonna let go.
Hi.
Okay. See?
She doesn't know how to hold a katana correctly. Is this the... Oh, Rag, you were also here before the Shogo fatwa. You did not trust her with a sword sharp enough to do that?
You can probably see that the katana itself looks very different from the training sword, right?
The thing is, so this is very specifically a Tameshigiri katana. It's significantly wider, significantly heavier. I think the sori is more aggressive as well. I can't make out the shape of it too well. Basically, it's built to cut mostly on its own. I'll forgive you. You've missed the fatwa.
Dude.
Yeah. The surface looks completely
The
different.
curve is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's made from the real steel, so carbon steel called tamahagane. Yep. So in Japan, the katana is very special for the samurais. It was the soul of the samurais. We believe that katanas have gods residing within them.
Real katanas are one-of-a-kind works of art. Hand-forged by a master, they can often take 3 to 6 months to make. And some katanas on the higher end can actually cost up to $20,000.
Up to? They start at 30.
And in the right hands, they're so lethal, you actually need a license to carry one in public.
I'm very excited about this. It reminds me a lot of in Taekwondo.
Yeah, that's because Japan is a very tightly controlled society that doesn't allow, personal liberties to arm yourself. It's not because the katana is so lethal, it's because they are a hyper-securitized society where all violence has been proxied out to the state. And so here's the thing, you don't need a license to actually transport katanas. That's not true. I've transported katanas in Japan. Nobody cares. There's a set of identification documents that are attached to each genuinely made katana, but that is for the purposes of accounting for each katana that's made in Japan, not for purposes of public safety.
Taekwondo, when I attempted to break a board, attempted to break a brick. It's a big milestone as a part of a martial artist journey to see the effectiveness.
You are not a real martial artist. You are offensively unimpressive as a martial artist. You are also touching the f***ing high-carbon blade with your hands.
Of what we've been learning.
Be careful, be careful. They can really cut, yes. Wanna start trying? Okay, left foot forward, Jodan.
This is the most woman moment I've ever seen in recent memory. Receives a razor-sharp blade, proceeds to touch the edge. You can buy the katana from Throne if you're interested and wanted questions from the authorities. I forget the UK katana laws, Rag, because they keep changing. Basically, in the UK, you can have a katana, but there are exceptions to it. I believe you need to have a letter of guarantee from a recognized sporting organization that utilizes katanas, or it needs to be manufactured through traditional means. There's some kind of very, very basic permitting process for the UK. Last time I had to deal with that was like in 2013, and since then I've left the accursed island and didn't follow up.
Dance?
Okay, ready? Everyone?
Oh, did she hit the floor?
That's how you have to lower your waist.
Oh no! Is that okay? I'm so sorry.
That's referred to as old travel. God, she just bit into the floor with a forged katana. That hurt to watch.
So your body went up.
So, Rag, not ceremonial, traditionally forged. It's more of a collecting and historical relic issue than it being ceremonial.
Up and you did this.
Okay.
That doesn't look like someone who's been instructed in handling a sword at all, much less a week straight.
Since he was just joking that Michelle can write her signature next to that.
Oh no!
Michelle was here. He's just kidding. See, you can see the surface is a bit bent, right? Yes, because he twisted. There's a bit of extra unneeded stress on your katana.
The way I used to explain sword swings and cutting is that the katana is a purpose-built tool to cut soft tissue. And the wet bamboo here, no, sorry, not the wet bamboo, the wet straw mats here are a proxy for wet tissue, and they behave very similarly because it's a homogeneous medium. And since the katana is a purpose-built tool, in order to swing it down and produce an effective cut, you just need to impart force to it and allow it to move through its own natural geometry. The naked ape attached to the sword by the hilt can only interfere with the katana's function of cutting through a target, but never enhance it. You love that he's tearing into her, hell yeah.
Smooth.
That is letting the katana do the cut.
You know what what would be very funny? To force her to cut from the draw and just place bets on whether or not she's going to split the scabbard and cut her own fingers off.
So, Sensei can tell how I've moved the katana based on the pattern of the tatami mat after?
Exactly. Yes, he's able to
These are also half-sized tatami mats. I just noticed that. These are not standard thickness tatami mats. She's playing on gamer journalist mode, and she still failed.
see what kind of movement you did. That's another way to test your skills too. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
The sword also does not produce that sound when cutting straw.
ちょっと切り口長いけど OK。まあま
So
あ
it's a little
まあまあ
smoother?
OK。うん。
Yes, yes, it's a little bit better. Yes.
That's a single tatami mat. We used to fold 3 into a target. It's the shit Gordon Ramsay says to people over and over again. Let the blade do the work, don't force it. Yeah, pretty much. You fucking donkey. Yes, that would have been that. I would have been screaming that at her at the height of my breath.
一本物チャレンジいく
やっていただけますか? I have bad news. This is actually the half-size mat. You probably noticed. Yeah. Remember the thicker one? Want to challenge that one? Wow.
Dang. Oh.
Yeah.
はい気をつけていってらっしゃい
Okay, be careful. Let's enjoy the ride. Yes.
Oh, I like that. Garrett, I need you to take several steps back.
Yeah, he's also standing in the wrong place to avoid the over travel.
Okay, Kevin looks like he's at a safe distance.
You're not, so he's supposed to be at the opposite side to be on the safe side, where they are standing. She's paying me to make fun of her. This is great. Hey, listen, Seki Sensei is growing on me. Even Shogo by proxy.
Oh my. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, you achieved the simplest cutting form ever, and did so poorly, by the way, because your stasher was broken.
素晴らしい
You really did it.
一番良かったね今日で一番良かった
That was the best one today, he's saying.
Yay! It's like the cross section of a tree. It tells a story.
Please, please make her do Nukiuchi. This would be so funny.
But this is just part of the training of all the Kenjutsu kata and the Yai kata that you have to do. Because he doesn't want you to be obsessed with the mat cutting. You know, training calligraphy, for example, training Zen meditation, training tea ceremonies and such. This was also part of the samurai's training as well.
自分のですね、大きな色々と邪念とかエゴをこう取り除いて小さくなって入るっていう意味と。
Is this Urasenke? I'm not quite sure. Wait, Ro. This is a winter. This is a winter setup for tea ceremony. So this was filmed. Oh boy, this was filmed probably during like high season last year. Raw season ends in May, so this was filmed before May this year. You want to fight that guy, sword or otherwise? He's got old man cables. Nah, I could take him.
あと頭を掲げて敬意を持って入るという意味があります。
Etiquette, discipline, how the...
It's so here's the thing. It's not a that sounded very disrespectful. So here's the thing. It is important to respect your elders and your betters. And it is important to also not use a direct comparison in martial prowess as a measuring stick. Because I can beat him because I'm stronger, faster, and younger, while also being trained and fighting as dirty as you would expect of someone who has full transmission of a Japanese Heiho style. That being said, I should not engage in direct comparisons and direct competitions with someone of Seki Sensei's position because it is A, disrespectful, and B, it's not productive. The things that he can teach me are way more valuable than getting into a dick measuring contest with someone whose main value is being whose primary value is conserving and proliferating a form of knowledge.
Samurais acted in society, how they would try to be a model for all the other people in Japan. There's reasons to everything that you do.
That's a very ornate cup. I'm going to assume this is... Okay, this is not urasenke, because urasenke would not accept that pattern of cup. This is either omote senke or musha no koji senke. Probably musha no koji, if I had to guess.
最後にちょっと立てるところだけでも自分の心の
Oh yeah, this is 100% not urasenke. This is not even omote senke. This is musha no koji.
精神を落ち着かせる行為になりますので、後ほど立て方もお伝えいたします。
Which foot you step in from, which hand you use to pick up this
That's way too
utensil,
much matcha.
which utensil you are using for this season, it's summer, it's winter, it's spring, living together with nature. I personally feel tea ceremony is a way to connect not only with people.
Yes, yes. It's one most powerful thing. Yeah.
It's not. No, it's not. That Fukusasabaki is jank. I would get hit with a f***ing ruler for doing that. Cups? I know cups too. Rag, so not to flex my credentials. I've been doing formal tea ceremony since 2011. I'm graded. I have my letters of permission from the Urasenke Tea Ceremony School. Tea ceremony is the best thing she's being taught so far. I mean, it's at least the most appropriate. It's the closest to the kitchen. If I folded a fukusa like that, I would hear slurs.
But a way to learn for you to connect nature to. Nature itself surrounding us is what's supporting us in our lives and what we consider as gods. So
Her seigan is bad. Her arms are... Let me...
Surrounding us is what's supporting us.
So her seigan is bad. Her posture is bad. She's overextending her arms. Seki-sensei is rested. His shoulders are not tensed. She's leaning over way too far because she is afraid of Seki-sensei. She doesn't know how to manage the neutral, and she's awkward with the sword. Imagine they're being fairly tolerant because she's essentially a tourist. Well, no, she's a very expensive minor celebrity, and she's paying a lot of money. That's why she's not a real student, so they're not being critical of her. How are you doing, Digby?
In our lives and what we consider as gods. So everything can be gods, basically.
Something I've been struggling with this week is working with nature, which is something I would have never anticipated.
God, her footwork is so horrific.
Being a major obstacle to this whole journey.
Oh, you okay? You okay? Your back is so...
Yes. Oh my gosh.
This is literally fighting in the nature. We have a lot of techniques to use nature as an advantage, where our footwork is based on fighting on grounds that are a little bit unstable. It might be raining.
Yes, that's why you impact surfaces with the side rolling onto the balls of your feet as opposed to heel striking. She's more bearable when she's not speaking. Hard disagree. Even her movement, her attempts at engaging in swordsmanship is offensive to me on the face of it. How are you doing, Crespian?
Be a puddle, there might be roots, of course. If it's very bright, have the sun against her face, there's a certain technique that you can use to use that light against your opponent.
I knew it would be physically challenging. I knew it would be mentally challenging, but I never thought that I would be trying to wrangle Mother Nature as a part of this. This is so obvious, but you can't tame nature. You have to become one with it. Meanwhile...
Ah yes, empty platitudes. I keep forgetting that we're dealing with a Californian.
Your sensei is wielding a tree branch. Are you guys seeing this? He's just walking around with a tree branch.
Okay, and...
See, he is so one with nature.
There you go, good. Heels down, good. Let go.
I think the main thing that annoys me to no end from looking at this, these are all things that I would like to do. Legitimately. I've done a lot of these things in Japan with genuine instructors. The thing that irks me the most is how just groundbreakingly undeserving she is of this level of access, of this level of instruction, how utterly incapable she is of appreciating and receiving what she is being shown and taught. You want her to get isekai'd at her first actual sword fight against the female fighter who promptly removes the shoulders from her torso? No, Terry, you're in a very violent mindset today. I would see, for me, it would suffice that she just lose the right to vote or go outside without a male relative.
How long did you train before you performed your first ritual?
I think it was 2 years.
Wow. What did it feel like when you went out there for the first time?
Very nervous, of course, also. It wasn't just like, yeah, I'm here, cool, let's go. Like, honestly, I felt, feel very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, with the crowd and everything, that's crazy.
This is not even a problem. It's not a problem for the horse. It's only whatever the problem is, it's in your head. I feel there is a state of mind that I want to achieve that I actually can be clear and calm, so you're not feeling tense. That would be something great to obtain and something that I want to strive for too, actually.
Yes, the state of mind is referred to as an interruption of internal monologue. See, female on female violence is socially acceptable anywhere.
Feeling at ease and at peace and just being able to just do it.
Don't hold, don't pull. Kick, kick, kick. No, there you go for it, Julia. Okay.
Oh my god.
You alright?
Yeah.
Just stop for a moment. Yasuko-san, fork かなんか陶器とかなんか持ってきてちょっと。
You okay?
You alright?
Yeah, it's just scary. Sorry.
His Japanese is actually bad, by the way. Like, he has a very pronounced, strong Aussie accent when he speaks Japanese. She's not sitting up correctly. Her posture is broken again. See, it sounds like nitpicking, but it's actually not. She's missing the entire point of why she's there. She's offensively unqualified for the level of access that she's getting. The point of Ogasawara Ryu etiquette, or Ise Ryu etiquette, or any kind of comprehensive reiho, is to teach one to carry themselves with dignity in prescribed ways in social situations, in formal social situations. And yet she fails to learn to sit up properly during a ritualistic rite. Like, all she can do is soipog at external and superficial things, because she fails to pierce the exterior veil of what is going on. All she sees is, oh my god, I'm literally in the Last Samurai movie. That is all she is capable of grasping here.
道の中にも性があります。自分の心が慌てていたり、悪いことを考えたりするときには、目を軽く閉じてゆっくり呼吸をすると、ここに戻って。
So stop leaning against the f***ing wall. Hello, sort of a demon. Spectator influencer syndrome? I mean, there's an easier word for that. She's just a midwit. She is just of the intellectual majority who is spun up into a talking head by way of the YouTube algorithm. She is given undeserved prominence and resources by big tech. Not intentionally, but just, as a product of what YouTube is as a platform and what the attention economy is as a structure.
I've been training so many hours a day, and I haven't taken really any time to mentally give myself space to think about everything my body has been going through.
自分の心が何も立ってない静かな状態に 戻るためのスイッチだよ。
Let me contextualize this. Like, what annoys me about this? So I used to regularly attend seminars in Japan for training. And all we did for like a full week is train. And we trained in novel practices, not things that are of our core style, but we went there specifically to learn new things. Like, we've cross-trained 4 different schools of traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu. We would cross-train 4 different schools of Iaido during a lot of these. And I would, on average, pay something to the effect of $3,000 in total, like an overhead expense, hotel costs, travel costs, to do that. To train, I believe we've started at, oh god, when would we start? We would get up at 6 a.m., we would have our breakfast. I believe we would start at 8 a.m. was initial training. We would go all the way until noon. 1 hour would be lunch, and I would try to squeeze in a quick nap. 1 p.m. we resume, and we would end at 4 p.m. So 8 hours a day of training. It would be either jiu-jitsu or iaido. Sometimes it was in the middle of a Japanese summer, and we did that for a week. Usually severely underslept, because in the evenings you still want to go and do shit. And on top of that, we would also have some amount of sort of ritualistic rites that we would participate in, be it a Shinto ritual, or we would attend a Zen meditation, something to that effect. Never has it ever occurred to me to bitch and complain about participating. I took it as a privilege to even be allowed on the premises and to learn the things that I was learning. And mind you, I did that not as part of farming clout on the internet. No, I did that to train, to learn, to better myself.
I started visualizing myself performing Yabusame. The smell of the grass, the feeling of the cast iron under my foot, the galloping of the horse and the beating of the hooves on the ground, the bouncing of the saddle in the wind. It's gonna be a good day, Michael.
It is. It's already a good day. It's a very good day. I'm learning how to be a more positive person because of you. You've been a great influence on me. I'm such a gloomy, dark person.
How do you say queen
Oh yay, more platitudes.
in Japanese?
Queen. Oh, Jo-sama, soka, soka,
Jo-sama?
Jo-sama.
Jo-sama is... well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Jo-sama?
Depending on the spelling, it's going to be either queen or princess.
Jo-sama. Jo-sama Yasuko. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Michael, I feel like you've been avoiding this part of the lesson. I need to learn how to do the yell.
Yugamai, you're gonna go here, and then you're gonna go Yoi for the first one. Inyo.
Inyo?
Yeah. Inyo is meaning yin and yang, like yin yang.
Yin and yang? It means yin and yang?
Oh, the bullshit spiritualist thing that I completely misunderstand. Oh, soy pog. Oh.
Really drawing.
I hate her so much.
So you missed your call though, but...
Inyo! Oh wait, shoot. Oh, dang it, I missed it. I messed everything.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god, wait, the second one starts at the draw.
From here, from taking the arrow out.
Okay.
And the first one is from here, Yugamai.
Right out the gate.
As you raise.
Oh my god.
See, the problem here is you're not teaching her to breathe correctly, because the shout-outs are directly connected to your breathing cycles.
Okay.
This is why I know that he actually doesn't teach people normally, because this is like one of the foundational things that you're supposed to teach anyone interfacing with, well, any practice.
Okay.
I am taught to breathe correctly in my tea ceremony class.
Time?
Yeah, one more time. I was too timid.
And yeah, way timid. Yoy!
Gosh, you can hear echo when you do it. Okay.
Yeah, should feel power.
Should feel power.
There's an easier way to explain that that's also less filled with platitudes. You are supposed to go through the full volume of your available breath as you do so. The shouts are there to enunciate breathing and to punctuate it for you.
Come on. I can do this. I can do anything. I can do anything.
Just the immeasurable damage. I'm going to scroll this back. Come on, come on, come on.
I can do this. I can do anything.
And this is why we can't have nice things. Better yet, I'll find you one better. Just a second. This is the direct cause of this. These are two connected events. At least on an energy and spiritual level. We're going to insert that here. All right, let's think of how do we want to combine this within a frame. Let's see. Transform, scale. Let's see. We're gonna give it all a background, and we're gonna probably even it out slightly. I'm working on it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Graphical design is in fact not my passion. We're gonna give it a backdrop. Where are my shapes? My rectangles. There you go. Let's send that to the back. No, to the back, not the front. Needs a snappy title. I'm very bad at thinking of titles on the spot. Oni Dojo, help me out. I don't want to go with something as simple as a shot chaser. That sounds kind of simple, oversimplified. The modern female mindset. I want something of a fuck around and find out flavor. Thank you for the hydrate, Crispian. Let me reach over to my water bottle while we think. Let's workshop this a little bit. Okay, a little oversimplified, a little crude, but I think it'll work. All right, and we just need to match this for fonts. This looks like one of the simpler fonts. Let me see. Okay, that one's good enough. We're gonna give it a bit of a bold, and yeah, I'd say that's good enough. That's pretty good. Size it up. There you go. That's I'd say that's a banger thumbnail. Oh, I am so getting flagged off of off of YouTube for this. All right, we did it together. Absolute W of a thumbnail, I think. Let's keep going.
I can do anything.
Well, for one, you've actually posted a video proving that you can't do anything because you failed your black belt exam.
It was really good. No, you did. It was awesome.
Oh my god, that was really fun. That was so sick. That felt so cool.
You got it done. You loaded. You shot twice. So that's really very good. Okay. Awesome. All right, take him for a walk.
Yes. 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 Heck yes.
It was good. We just don't want to get it. Have a big head, but it was. It's very, very good. So.
I don't trust your summary.
Proud moment.
Huh?
He said this is a very proud moment.
Who did? Who did?
Michael.
Michael? Michael said he's proud of me? Michael, you said you're proud of me?
She's being hyper and she's hopping up on the back of the horse. That's not what you want to do when you're horse riding. You're also not supposed to be openly emotional in most Japanese contexts. No, I will not let that point go.
Told you that.
Oh my god.
I think it was a decent job. It wasn't bad. It was okay.
Thanks. I'll take it.
But before my final challenge, I was told I have to perform a traditional Japanese archery ritual for sensei. I will be given 4 arrows, and I must hit the target at least once in order to move on to Yabusame.
I would also roast her for the technique because she is guaranteed to get it wrong.
But the catch is, the entire ritual is done unspoken in complete silence. And
Complete silence? For a woman? Impossible.
I only just learned how to do it yesterday.
Was I supposed to look down and up?
Yeah.
Now I looked up. No?
The only time you're going to look at the target is once you're loaded. Here, up, down, across, here, and then look at the target and raise.
And you won't rush because you'll see he's watching you.
But at the end of the day, I mean, if you do a bad job, it's not me who did a bad job.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, okay.
So windy.
Windy. How do you say windy?
風が強い。風が強い。風が強い。本当に。
Oh, 上手。日本語上手。
It's almost test time. I have 4 arrows to try and hit a bullseye.
You're not supposed to hit a bullseye. It's going to be a miracle if you hit the target at all.
What is Sensei looking for in this test?
He's looking for your form, your composure, but of course we want to hit the target as well.
I want to show him that we've been working really, really hard, but the wind is really crazy right now. So I don't know how that's going to impact things. I'm also wearing a totally different outfit, too, than what we've been training in. I'm already quite anxious about the archery component of both this as well as Yabusame, but we've done it through rain, sleet, and shine, and now we have this wind involved, and I have no idea how that's going to impact things.
You'll have 4 arrows. The goal will be obviously to use the best form that you have and to hit the target.
4 tries.
4 tries.
Okay.
How does it feel to have to be a bow carrier Jenny for a tourist? Wait, show me the distance. Show me the distance. That's what, 7 yards, 9 yards? So that's like 20% of the normal Kyudo range? Okay. with a target, by the way, that looks like it's significantly larger. Never mind, I retract my statement of it being a miracle if she hits the target. They are this is such a yeah, this is softballing. This is just this is free. This is also further simplified by her not having to hold the arrows, because normally, under Kyudo conditions, if you're doing double shots or multiple shots, you're holding the arrows. So let's break this down. She's not doing the full approach, she's not doing the full ritual, she's doing that from a fraction of the distance. I fail to be impressed.
全体的には非常によくお稽古されたんだなという印象があります。いや、あと1本当たってよかったですね。
ありがとうございます。
で、この後今度はやぶさめをすると思うんです。では頑張ってください。ありがとうございました。
I would like to find solace in the fact that my school of Reiho, Iseryu, would have probably just turned her the fuck down.
With Sensei's approval of my demonstration, I've been granted permission to perform my final Yabusame ritual. I will have 3 chances to complete a perfect run, which means I will have to hit and break 2 targets while at full gallop, and
Wait, no, but you were never at full gallop during the training run.
Gasawara Sensei will be watching closely to ensure the ritual is performed accurately per tradition.
Yasuko, have you ever performed Yabusame for Sensei? No,
お稽古だけ1回、本当に昔1回だけ。
Were you nervous?
めちゃくちゃ
Yes,
very much. I was just so tense.
I've really enjoyed hanging out with you, Yasuko. I know we don't speak the same language, and like pretty much all I can say is hello.
You're not hanging out with her, you're not really interacting with her, you do not have anything above a very superficial connection to these people. Please stop LARPing. Please stop flexing your non-existent emotional intelligence, feigning connections to the people around you. You are utterly forgettable.
The track's good, it's dry, it's heaps better conditions than yesterday. And the wind, it's coming in gusts, it settles for a few minutes, but the best thing to do is after a big gust, get ready, and as soon as the gust stops, go. Don't let this wind or anything get in your mind at all. And if it affects you, it'll affect the horse.
It's also a point-blank shot. The wind doesn't really have a real capability of affecting you. Holy shit, they taught her to bow correctly. It only took a full week.
Breathe slowly. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Go, go, go. Hey, hey, hey!
She rushed the breath, and therefore the scream.
あれは一応行事では当たりになるんですけど、まあ当たりじゃないってことでいいですか。
あれですか？矢に力がなかったから割れなかった。
あ、いやいや、単純にかすっただけ。
Feel okay?
Yeah.
Saddle feels stable? Feels good? Feels fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was me.
Might have as well wearing a pink cowgirl hat. Let's not debase the ritual any more than it already is.
Focusing on the form instead of thinking about hitting the target will bring the result.
I need to focus on the form and less on hitting the target.
That would have been a great pointer on day 1.
With the right form, I should hit the target.
I feel like they're having a laugh at this point.
いいですか?
Hey.
You ready? Go, go, go.
She's not breathing correctly. She's rushing through the breath cycles.
今1の的当たったんですか?
So, whenever you're doing a physical activity, you have your cycles of breathing in and out. So, as you lift the bow, this is where you're going to start inhaling. Because basically on an inhale, you are the most tense, and during an exhale, it is the easiest to produce a stable effort. So usually, you would bring the bow up, inhale. I guess because she needs the stability to draw out the bow, this is where you start the exhale, and at the end of the exhale, you are supposed to release. So you would go like, she's rushing through the words because she's focusing on the words as opposed to the actual breath. Under proper breathing, you inhale completely and you go, Inui, bam, you release. And then you get your correct timing from that. But she's going like, oh, what is the word I'm supposed to say? All right, Inui. But, fuck, you're still like 3 paces away from the target and you don't know what the fuck to do, and then you start fumbling.
割れなかったけどね。今はこっちは柱に当たっちゃった。
The wind is just
The wind has nothing to do with anything. You are shooting these targets point the fuck blank.
Killing me.
Remember, I can do anything, but also the yucky wind is messing with me.
I feel like I can't even do the form correctly. Like I can't. Like I just doing that, and the bow is flying out of my hands. It's
Yes, because you're an utterly unimpressive athlete and martial artist.
so difficult. It's really hard.
If this ends up being a reality check, holy damn, I will, you know, props to our mortal enemy in the Ogasawara school, I guess.
Hard.
やっぱりこう気持ちが焦りすぎるんですよ。当てたいってなっちゃうっていう、もうすごいですよね。あれは逆に当たんない。けどマイケルさんも結構ちゃんと頑張ったんですね。
頑張ってます。
うわあ。あ
ー。なんかこう板を押さえ、ここ高いとこにここで折れちゃうから。
What is going on?
Well, the wind's just crazy, so once it's eased up.
My mortal enemies? Well, they are a competing etiquette school. So there are two major etiquette schools in Japan that have surrounded the shogunate. One is Ogasawara-ryu, which are the hosts of this event, and Ise-ryu, the one that I was taught in. Ogasawara-ryu is also attached to a different tea ceremony school. I honestly forget which one. It's either Musha no Koji Senke or Omote Senke. I am part of Ura Senke. So basically, it's all gang war. It's all gang war. I thought it was a cowboy at first. Yeah.
You're gonna do your run. Just get ready.
Okay.
Heels down.
I'm gonna do this.
You are.
I'm gonna do this. Okay, ready.
Alright. 行きますよ。行くよ。
Oh no, the dramatic music. Oh, she's managed the point-blank shot.
Kick, kick, kick.
And she fumbled the redraw. Hai shikaku.
見るからにだんだんできなくなってますよね。
はい。
もう疲れちゃったんですよね。どうぞ。
She's also visibly annoyed, and you're not supposed to have open expressions of emotion during ceremony or testing. The epic music made it funnier, it absolutely did. For someone who is not an athlete or martial artist with no prior experience, could be doing a lot worse. Digby, she did nothing but train for this for a full week. You were not here for my rant, so I'm not going to go over this. But no, I fail to be impressed with the entirety of her existence. And also, she doesn't have no prior experience. She specifically did horse riding in a concentrated manner for a month before the trip, allowing for the fact that she is a professionally unemployed content creator. Her job is to do nothing but prepare for events that she's filming. No, unacceptable.
How was it?
How
did you feel?
I felt good on the first target and not on the second target. I was slipping out of the stirrups.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult.
I'm gonna tap the sign real quick. Give me a moment to tap the sign. I was slipping out of the stirrups and the wind is strong. Don't make, I'm gonna tap the sign. This is the sign and I'm going to tap it.
To do this with the wind and like you said, like everyone said, it's not about hitting the target. And this was really, really challenging with all the wind and the elements today.
Right.
I'm just grateful to have gotten to do this at all.
はい。お疲れ様です。2本弾けた時もあったので良かったと思います。で、まあかすったっていうのも含めれば3本当たってるので、はい、よく頑張ったと思います。いや、最初は2個弾くのは絶対無理だと思ったので、はい、なので まあ2つの的が引けたということはもうそれで十分なんじゃないかなと思っています。
ありがとうございます。
はい、お疲れ様でした。
I struggled
Here's your pity consolation recognition.
today because I felt I did better yesterday. Mike! But I really appreciate the lesson of the form versus
That's a very bad downward swing.
the result.
Digby, do you remember my fatwa against Shogo? Because Shogo was here again. He continues to haunt me.
Oh no.
What I appreciate is the opportunity to learn and bring this back into my everyday life.
You didn't learn shit, and I explained why.